So we just covered all 4 upsells, the classic upsell, menu upsell, anchor upsell, rollover upsell. And if you're like, man, that was amazing. Yes, I love those. And the problem is, what happens when someone says no? Enter downsell offers. So downsell offers are the third prong of our 4-prong money model. It's what you do when someone says no. So here's the description. In the last section, we use upsell offers to get people to buy more stuff. If we did a good job, we've turned a profit too. Downsells begin after a customer says no. We find a solution to meet the customer's budget. So we downsell in 2 ways. We change how they pay or what they get. So how they pay, how much they pay versus how much they pay over time. So now versus later. And then what they get, we change the quality, the quantity, or something different. So here's what not to do. So these are the rules of not downselling. So this is a real story from a friend. So I was buying a car and the salesman tried to upsell car insurance. The cost of the insurance when he first started was $5,000. I said no, but then he lowered the price. I said no again. He kept lowering the price until the same insurance he first offered was for $5,000 was now $400. I still said no. At first I said no because it was way too much money, but by the end I said no because I didn't trust the guy. The entire experience felt dirty. Then I wondered, was he ripping me off in the car too? Now I didn't want to buy the car from him either. How to not downsell. People lower the price to close a sale. But even if you close this one sale, the customer will question every other price you offer them from that point going forward. And whoever they tell. That's the bad part. Not just them, everyone else too. So you trade trust for a buck. Not worth it. Here's the note. You can offer something different for less. You just can't offer the same thing for less. If he had offered different insurance for less rather than the same insurance for less, he probably would have been fine and kept your trust and closed the sale. So the key point was that he offered the same thing that was once $5K for $400. That's the problem. Because now it basically means that your price has no meaning and you're making it all up, which of course we do make it all up, but we never admit that. So let's begin. Rule of downselling. Remember that they said no to this offer, not all offers. See it for what it is, an opportunity to find out what they really want and then profit from it. Downsells are trades. When downselling, you work with the customer to find a combination of giving and getting until you get a match. So if you're going to give something, you should get something back. Personalize, don't pressure. So figure out what they like and what they don't like, then offer more of what they like and less of what they don't, with a price to match it. If someone refuses my large soda upsell, I can offer them alternatives. I could ask if they want a small, or juice, or coffee. Am I being offensive by asking? No, it's offensive not to offer to help. Offering the same thing in new ways. You limit downsells to what you've got. So think of downsell as more like 100 ways to offer the stuff you already have, not 100 different offers. Don't drop your price just to get someone to buy. All right, I'm going to reinforce this one because this is the one that everyone just keeps messing up. First off, dropping your price is not downselling, it's discounting. So if someone wants what you have and just doesn't want to pay the price, well, that's tough cookies. On the other hand, you can offer them to pay less now and more money over time, which is a payment plan. So let's go through the lineup. We're going to go through payment plan downsells, how they pay, trial with penalty, which is also how they pay, but just a very in-depth tactical thing that I think people do trials wrong, and I'll explain how I like to do them. Feature downsells, which is changing what they get for the price. These downsells boost 30-day profits even further. They do it by making even more sales when customers would have said no. And you can use a downsell offer at any point in a money model. You can use it up front. You can use it after someone takes an upsell or says no to an upsell. You can use it on the back end. Any of those things. And that begins our downsell offers. Let's start with payment plan downsells.